Hello, I will talk briefly about the stars. The closest star to Earth is our Sun, that is 150 million kilometers from Earth, and it takes to the Sun's rays 8 minutes to reach to the Earth. And generally you can say that any celestial body that emits heat and light as a result of nuclear fusion is called a star, whereas any celestial body that revolves around a star is called a planet. Um, the second largest, the second closest star to Earth is the star Proxima Centauri, that is 4 light years from Earth. That is to say, the light that the star Proxima Centauri emits travels 4 years until it reaches to Earth. Okay, so if theoretically there was a wedding in the star Proxima Centauri, and the wedding was broadcasted live to Earth, so if you get the pictures from the wedding on the star Proxima Centauri now at April 2023, it actually means that the wedding itself on the star Proxima Centauri took place at April 2019, because it took to the pictures from the wedding on the star Proxima Centauri to arrive to the Earth 4 years. The pictures from Proxima Centauri traveled 4 years until it reached to Earth. So in general, you can say that when you look at the stars, you are actually looking into the past. Okay, so a star is actually can be defined as a spherical celestial body composed of a matter in a gas and plasma aggregation. And also the star has its own energy, and it emits heat and light in the process of nuclear fusion. So by the process of nuclear fusion on the star emits heat and light, or you can call it also radiation, that is emitted in the form of electromagnetic waves. Okay, and there is a about 7 times 10 to the power of 22 stars in the visible universe, and other estimation is that the number of the stars in the visible universe are about 10 to the power of 24. Okay, so the stars in the universe are organized in the structures of galaxies, and the galaxies themselves are organized in structures of galaxy clusters, and the galaxy clusters themselves are organized in a bigger structure that called superclusters, and the superclusters themselves are organized in the largest structure known in the visible universe. The structure is called Great Wall. Okay, so actually a galaxy is a collection of many stars that held together by the force of gravity, and the stars in a galaxy revolve around the center of a galaxy, and an example of a galaxy is the Milky Way, where the solar system is, and of course where our Earth is. And the Milky Way galaxy contains about 200 billion stars, and other estimation is that it contains about 400 billion stars, that all the stars in the galaxy revolve around the center of the Milky Way galaxy. Okay, so that is the definition of a galaxy. And then you have a bigger structure when you have hundreds or maybe thousands of galaxies that held together by the force of gravity and moves in the universe as one unit. You called it a cluster galaxy. And then a collection of many cluster galaxies that held together by the force of gravity and move as one unit in the universe is called supercluster. Okay, so supercluster is a collection of many galaxy clusters that held together by the force of gravity and move as one unit in the universe. So the size of a supercluster can be about 1 million light years long up to 400 million light years long. And then in the same way, if you have a lot of superclusters that held together as one unit by the force of gravity and moves as one unit in the universe, you call this a great wall, and the great wall is the largest structure known in the visible universe. Okay, so a great wall is many superclusters that held together by the force of gravity and moves in the universe as one unit. Okay, so an example of supercluster is huge NGQ that is about 1 billion light years from Earth, and it is about 1.37 billion light years long. And so, as I already said, it is the largest structure known in the visible universe. So we can summarize the structure of the stars in the universe. We start with a galaxy that is many stars that held together by the force of gravity. Then you have a galaxy clusters that is many galaxies that held together by the force of gravity and moves in the universe as one unit. Then you have a supercluster that is many galaxy clusters that held together by the force of gravity, and then you have the great wall that is many superclusters that held together by the force of gravity and moves in the universe as one unit. Okay, thank you very much.